Hello, welcome to the channel. So this isn't gonna be like the forever setup. I'm just kind of here at the moment because everywhere else is a mess. So we're just filming in this blank void until I can figure out a better place for when I do more of these just chatting kind of videos as opposed to ones where you follow me around and do things. Anyway, today I want to talk about the lock-in that everyone is currently talking about and like my thoughts on what I'm doing and yeah, that. So it is on the day of filming, the 3rd of October. So I think this is a great time to start to lock in, and because my birthday is in September, like I think I normally look over my goals for the year and try and assess how they've gone and if I need to adjust them. And this just gives me a bit of time as well from like that date when I'm normally having a panic to have like 2 weeks to think and reflect on whether I was just having a bit of delirium because my birthday has made me panic, or whether I am actually in like an okay place. I typically, over the last couple of years, have been doing goals quarterly as well. So I thought I'd just quickly show you what I've been doing, my like Notion layout and stuff. So I have a layout on Notion, as I just said. Oh, wait for it to load. Sorry. If you don't know, so I film on my current phone, so I use my old phone for just random things. So this is my like Notion. It's not very snazzy. It just says goals, and then I've got topics. So I've got making a house a home, personal development, relationships, finance, career, health, and then at the bottom I have this, which is each quarter, how well I've done in the quarter, and then like other things I want to look into. So at the start of the year, I moved house in December, so I wanted to make my house feel like a home, get all the things in that I wanted, and just keep my house tidy. The last one, quick hint, hasn't gone well. If you could see my bed, you'd understand. It's absolutely covered in crap. The second goal, like category in my list, was personal development. So for the year, I wanted to look at reading 6 books, spending less money on places like Primark, Temu, the like lower quality clothes, and I wanted to invest in some good pieces that I could use for a couple of years. I wanted to look into finding a hobby. The next one was relationships. I wanted to see friends and family I wanted to see my friends on a monthly basis, and I wanted to make time to see my family and like take photos with my family. My finances, I wanted to have an emergency fund. So because I was buying my house by myself, I was quite cautious about if I was to lose my job, which I also changed my job in November. If I was to lose my job, and like even though I have a partner, technically this house is mine, and if anything bad were to happen, it would be me that the responsibility of paying off the debt would rely on. So I wanted to get a good buffer in case of an emergency, like losing my job, coming down with like terminal illness. I wanted a buffer in case something terrible happened. Thankfully, I haven't had to use my emergency fund. In my career, as I just said, I switched up my job in November, so I was focusing on doing well in my job, understanding my role, passing my probation. And then health, I wanted to focus on staying active, because I like the gym, but I'm very intermittent with the gym. And also I had in like personal development where I wanted to have a new hobby, which I thought would be fitness based anyway, because the things I've tried like rock climbing, pole dancing, running, so I thought that it would be a opposed to knitting or puzzling. But I'm sure I could have tried to do a non-active hobby and a hobby, but I didn't. I wasn't trying to overload my plate. So then for the first 3 quarters, I set myself lists. I think for the first quarter, I was actually a bit too optimistic. I set myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals, and I only completed 2 of them. Not great. One of the goals for the first quarter of this year was to start making vlogs. I did not complete that, if you was unaware. I wanted to, I'm not going to go through all of my lists, all of the things that I wanted to do. So all the things that I mentioned above, I tried to like split out and see like what I could do to make those improve. So my goal for the year was to read 6 books. So in the first quarter, I wanted to read 2 books. That didn't happen. And then I did that for all the quarters, and now we're in the last quarter. And so because we're in the last quarter, I'm thinking about not only this year's goals, but also next year's goals. And this is where I'm currently having an issue. So my goals, as I said, reading 6 books. I have currently read 2. I'm very far off. I am going on holiday soon, so I'm hoping that I can bump that one up with that, but we'll see. So my goal for this quarter is to try and read as many books on holiday as possible, but I think that 6 was a bit optimistic. Anyone that actually reads, I'm sorry that is a very low level. I'm not great at reading. I find reading to be challenging. Like, if I can't read for hours on end, like reading makes me feel tired and like really hurts my eyes. So it's not something that I can do for an extended period of time. Reading before bed is always like a good option, but sometimes if you get like a book that's too interesting, then I will not want to go to bed, or I'll read my chapter and then go to bed thinking about it, and then, you know. So it's a tricky one. Yes, try to read more. I want to increase my emergency fund. This is going to be difficult because I'm sad and go on a holiday, so I'm probably going to dip into my things as opposed to add to them. But we'll see. I feel like that one is once again an optimistic goal. And then I wanted to get back into using the runner app in the gym because it's miserable weather out and I don't like to run outside. And to go back to the gym because I haven't been to the gym in a while because I started focusing on running and then I'd stopped focusing on the gym. So I just kind of need to like level them 2 up together. Also, I need a new laptop. So if any of the videos that you've seen in the past couple of weeks or in the next couple of weeks, you're thinking the editing on that is a bit sloppy, I'm sorry. I'll have to show you in another video. Like next time I'm editing, I'll try and see if I can show you what's happening. But it's really bad. It's like really hard to edit because my computer is so old and laggy now. So yes. And then I wanted to think about what I want for goals next year because they are all related to the ones from last year. I think that I want to put reading on my goal again and hopefully increase. So last year I read 4 books, which is why I went for 6. I was like, that's not that big a jump. Apparently it is. I think this year has been like a big year as well. Like I've had a lot going on, so that doesn't help with the reading because yeah, it's just things going on. Doesn't help that much when it comes to just sitting and not doing things. But anyway, next year, what other things do I do? I don't think I'm going to do much more with my house. I do need a mirror. I want a mirror to go there, like next to the thingy. Not that size, obviously, but I want a mirror there. There's a mirror that needs in the living room, but I've tried to order a mirror from Dunelm twice, and both times it hasn't been delivered, so I've given up on a mirror all the time being. I actually have done quite well on my Primark one. I haven't shopped in Primark once this year. I have got a couple of things from like Cider that the quality, is that right? Does this one, I don't know actually. I think my clothes from Cider were perfectly fine actually. And they're a little more expensive than like Primark and Temu. Is that the right shop, Temu? You know what I mean, like the very cheap shops is what I'm trying to get out. I don't want to like, I wanted nice clothes. I'm currently wearing, I don't know how far back, Levi jeans. These are my first ever pair of Levi jeans I've owned. Is this like a label for? But I bought these with my sister. We went to an outlet. We've both been saying for ages that we wanted to buy them, so we did. Yeah. So that's my like try and get things that will last forever. These are just the 501s. Everyone seems to love them. I really like the style of these. I couldn't pick whether I wanted these like darker pair or lighter pair, but I would like have a lighter pair of just like Pretty Little Things maybe. No, I don't know. It's just in like another pair of jeans that are just like your average price for a jean that I really like. So I went for these darker pair, but it was a big tie up. I didn't know whether I wanted to or not, like which one I wanted, but I wanted to definitely buy a pair. But I'm really happy with these. I wear them very regularly, especially now it's becoming more autumn time. Relationships. I've done really well on going to see my friends every month actually. So I have like one event wrote down for each month. So I have actually stuck to that. Go me. Next year it'd be nice to do that again. Family, I need to make more time to see family. I'm gonna make a conscious effort next year, like a lot, because last year, like as I said with my friends one, I've done every month a time to go see my friend, to go see different friends. I'm gonna do that next year with my family, at least once a month, make an activity or something to do with them so that I keep up with them. Oh, I've moved something now. No, it didn't. It's fine. Okay. My emergency fund, I just want to continue increasing that realistically. I'd like to get like a good buffer. So I've seen online they say like your emergency fund should be between 3 and 6 months of your salary. So I worked that out beginning of last year. My salary has increased. So next year I think I'll just work it out again at the start of the year, and that'll be my goal for my emergency fund, and just keep trying to up that little goal. Mate, no, I take it back. So when I hit the 3-month mark of my wages, I'm gonna stop moving money from my emergency fund to a different account and start investing. That's what I'm doing. I've been saying for ages that I should invest, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start investing is my goal for next year, I think. These aren't my actual goals, these are just me like thinking of things we can do and seeing if we can interpret them this year. My career, I didn't show you this, but my actual goal for the career one says don't get fired, because I was in my probation. I was really scared. I think I just need to perfect my role in my job now, is like figuring out what I need to do, where I am, how things work. It's just, it takes a lot of time. It's really stressful with jobs, which is something I hadn't really anticipated until I got there. Anyway, next one, health. I need to get back into the gym. So they're like things that I need to think about and like how to put them in. I think because I'm away for most of October, it kind of makes this quarter a little difficult. So we'll just see. We'll see how things go. If you have a lock-in plan, I'd love to hear it. I do love watching those videos of people's plans and how they're doing it. And yeah. So let me know if you have one. If you like these videos, it'd be nice for you to like and subscribe, just so I know what people want to watch, what's entertaining, what's not. Yes, we'll see. And hopefully then, next year, next video, next year, we can, yeah, we'll do another one of these in 3 months' time of what's actually going to be on my list. Yes. I feel like the next couple of years are going to be quite hectic. I feel like just lots of things are going on, it's a big change currently in my life. But anyway, I've blabbed on for too long. If you liked, don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye. Sorry.